we can laugh about the things we say and stay in the fight and signing up for 60. The Georgia Bulldogs showed you what it is to stay in the fight and to sign up for 60 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tennessee scores once, twice, 3 times in a row. And I wrote down, Steve, like, the question about them was, Gunnar Stockton, first couple of games, Marshall, Austin Peay. And I said to Kirby when he joined me, I said, you probably haven't played all the cards in your deck. You haven't had to. We'll see. Can he throw the ball downfield? First time they get the ball, down the field they go. But what we know, Georgia's got a defense. Well, they got their ass smoked in the first quarter. And you're like, whoa, buddy. Take a deep breath. And they stops. 44-41 is your final. But Georgia was able to kind of settle in. You knew, like, Tennessee's they're not going to score 21 a quarter. We understand that. But I just was impressed with Georgia's ability to absorb not just scoring drives, Steve, but absolute haymakers. And then as the game got late and the score's changing hands, like these incredible you got mossed plays, and it could have broken a lesser team. And it just didn't. It just didn't.
I don't know if another person coaching that Georgia team today wins that game. They embody him like no other.
I agree. And you know what I notice about him is, like, the games where you see him going absolutely bananas, it's when they're ahead. Or it's in games where, like, all I saw from him today in the middle of the storm was calm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
like,
yeah.
He projects a calm. And I think that that's really brilliant. The coach goes crazy when he thinks he has to, right? When I've got to do something to motivate my guys. If I project calm, maybe my guys will stay calm. And I thought they certainly did. Because Tennessee gave them plenty of opportunities to just, I'm going to tap. We're good. We got chances down the road. Today's not our day. And they just didn't.
No. And you saw that they were going to come out swinging. I was still wondering about Georgia's offense, watching them against Austin Peay, getting stuffed on a 4-down situation before the half and then have a weather delay, consistency on the offensive line. Their protections were all messed up. They were running guys in and out. They had probably their 2 best guys hurt. They didn't finish the game again today, but they just kept staying in it. And it was as good a building as there is, Scott. Georgia didn't get a 3rd down on the first drive. They hit that and then they got the runs and boom, it's 7-7. I'm like, we are on one.
Yep, quick.
And then Tennessee scores in 2 plays and it's just on fire. As loud as there is. Then we get to the first 3rd down and I'm like, oh boy. This is all day. It is going to be nonstop. And they get a stop, and then Tennessee scores again and goes up 21-7. So the idea for Tennessee, and what was really cool was talking to Nick all weekend just about the idea of what you have to do in preparation. He got into a little bit on game day, and he's like, when you play he calls them fastball teams where, they're running plays every 21 seconds, and how you have to adapt your practice and just say, all right, we got 2 scout teams and we're going to run 8 plays and then go back and assess things. Guys are taking notes. Every coach, the quality control, position coaches, they're taking notes. They go back and they assess it. And he's like, I believe that's what Kirby, that's where we got to when Kirby was still with me. And so he's like, that's what Kirby did. And when you see Kirby come off, I'm like, I'm going over that side. I want to see what Kirby's saying to his team. Sat his guys down. And you could tell, he's like, are we communicating? Are we on the same page? Because it was pretty evident. They were, what's my man's name? They were going at number 1, Ellis Robinson, the 4th. And boy, was he caught it. And then he pulled him, and then he brought in Daniel Harris. And then Harris gives up the long one to make it 28-27. Where he thought he got an interception the whole time, and the receiver just makes a great play. But I can't tell you what Georgia was up against every single time they had the ball. And what I noticed in watching Austin Peay and Marshall, and I get it, those are 2 teams, but they ran the ball consistently, and they got backs, man. Their skill guys are awesome. Colby Young, I was talking to their player personnel guy. He's like, yeah, he's like 6'4". I'm like, bullshit. He towers over me. I'm 6'3". He's like, all right, 6'5". I'm like, he's 6'6". And then one of my favorite players, you saw my two favorite players in the portal that were receivers.
Branch
showed out today. Branch and then Concepcion for A&M that we'll get to. And then, you get Noah Wilson from A&M, who's got awesome size. And I was really, really happy for Gunnar Stockton because everybody tells the story about the SEC championship last year and how the guys rallied around him, and they love him because he's the guy that goes at their defense every day, blah, blah, blah. And he has all the records, but he doesn't look like a quarterback. He's stocky. His legs are enormous. But he comes out and throws that first fade. I'm like, good for him, man. Like they're gonna do it this way. Finally, to your point, we're gonna see some of the things that Georgia hasn't shown.
Right.
And I mean, the momentum swings were just astounding in there. And
at some point you think that it won't continue to. It's absurd. It's absurd to think that we could. It's like an amusement park ride that goes all the way this way and then swings all the way back that way. And you're like, how many times can this happen? And it just kept happening. Mm-hmm. And then when they get the hit and the strip sack and it's 35-30 and you're like, Tennessee went conservative.
Yep.
I get it. But that's a chance to land a knockout blow, and they don't. And when you're only up 8, you leave the door ajar. And all the credit in the world to the throw that Stockton makes on 4th down.
To Humphreys.
And the catch he made. And
Unreal.
Then they run some kind of a pick to get their guy wide open. If they don't call it, everybody runs some version of it.
It was just the Chiefs play against the Eagles.
Whatever, it's a tie game, and then as soon as they get the stop, all my children ever want to know are, Dad, if they win, will they rush the field? And I said, 1,000%. 1,000%.